The Loud House franchise is officially 10 years old. So for this special 10 years anniversary, I'm going to be ranking the Loud House characters' power level to see who is the most strongest or powerful. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Well, I'm not going to go through every character because the Loud House just had too many characters in their universe. But hey, let's get started. Well, as usual, we're starting with the weaker characters. Well, this one is not really a shock, but the weakest is Lily Loud. Yeah, because of the fact that she is just a baby, she is below everyone. Well, for now, at least. I mean, I can see Lily having some potential when she grows up. Lily has helped Lincoln defeat Morag, and that is pretty brave of her. Well, maybe we shouldn't estimate babies these days, but Lily is just going to stay weak in this rankings until she gets older. Okay, then we have Lynn Sr. Okay, Lynn is legit weak. He is a scaredy cat. Well, the biggest scaredy cat. He is over emotional. He even gets staggered from his own kids. Well, to think that's any good, I think it's better if Lynn Sr. doesn't fight anyone in the MMA ring. Bobby. Well, I respect Bobby, but I noticed that he can be as weak as a marshmallow sometimes. Well, he is clumsy. He is literally an 18-year-old that acts like a child. And he can get over emotional. Well, I don't think he is stronger than Lynn Sr., but he is near that because he has shown to be incredible fast. And then his clumsiness got the best of him. Then we have Clyde McBride. Okay, it is pretty obvious that he's weak, but Clyde can be useful for a sidekick. But he is oversensitive, and his biggest weakness used to be worry, but that worry crush thing is not a thing anymore, so. But like I said, he is useful for the main character's sidekick, and you may call Clyde the limb all you want. Sergio. Okay, he is more like a party animal, but his was vicious. Even in the first appearance he had in Season 2, the Loud's pets, well, at least they're not just pets. They have done special things that the animals cannot do. There's like an episode where they go on an unexpected adventure, well, showing how brave that they are. It shows they are above Sergio. Chandler, yeah, that's good. At first, I thought he is just a side character. Then I noticed that he is Lincoln's rival. Well, it seems like that he is a tough bully, but not really. He gets overpowered at times. And that's just embarrassing. Lincoln's friends group, okay, they may not appeared in the Loud House episode that much. I mean, those characters are pretty forgettable to me, and we never seen them do anything that impressive. But in the Halloween special movie, they have shown to be trained monster hunters, well, even though they're not really good ones. CJ, okay, he's maybe in the weak area, but CJ can fight, well, with swords, and he is a really good fighter. He has defeated his bully in the pirate show. And he is worldly enough to be called the underdog, said Shang. Okay, Sid is just average, so of course she is in the weak area, but she does have a language skills to speak animals, and she has shown to be intelligent. Like, she has built a robot that made breakfast. Read aloud. Well, that is not really a shock. Rita is dead weak. He got daggered by her own children's. And that is 100% embarrassing. But Rita does have a rage. She is scary enough to scared off the Wolverine. When her kids are about to be in danger, she can just turn up. Rita could have slammed everyone with her rage, but that does not change my opinion about her being weak as hell. Carl, okay, this dude knows karate, but he is not flexible, focused, or even strong enough to break a board. And she gets his butt kicked by an untrained beginner fighter, which is embarrassing. And he can swim, too. One allowed. With her being the tomboy, she could be a little close of being strong. Like I mentioned before, she has beaten her own mom in mud wrestling, and she even tackled her dad. In Season 1, she easily overpowered Lincoln and tied him up. Our next character on the list is Duncan. Well, I don't see him do much in Naughty or Nice, but he was fast enough to outrun Lincoln, and Lincoln is the one that dodges and avoids his 10 sisters quickly, and he is intelligent at times, but all that isn't enough to rank him any higher. And I could say the same to Angus. Angus from the first Loud House movie doesn't have any impressive, well, other than getting the people out of Scotland from Morag's attack. Well, overall, he just rely on his heart than his power. Okay, the last character in the weak area is Rosa Casagrande. Okay, this grandma is not you're going to mess with. She throws her sandals like a boomerang, and she used that to discipline her children. And Rosa has earned my respect. And she does has a weakness of losing her sandals. Okay, now we're at the gray area. The characters that is about average strong, almost weak, and at least agile and smarter. And the first character in the decent area would be Lincoln Loud. We'll call Lincoln a wimp all you want, because he is far from being that. Lincoln has Batman level IQ, and he is ridiculously fast. What I saw in the Loud House intro, Lincoln just admittedly dodged all the blows of his 10 sisters, and that is some good reflex. Even I can't do that. And I heard that Lincoln is the second smartest Loud siblings, and also Lincoln has durability. He has been pranked, scratched by a raccoon, and all that stuff. Yeah, if I were you, I wouldn't estimate the guy who lived with 10 sisters. Lori Loud. Okay, you guys must be surprised that I'm saying that Lori is above Lincoln. She's supposed to be the weakest Loud House character. Well, because she gets her butt kicked by one of her younger siblings in a one-on-one fight. And that is just embarrassing. Like how you lose a fight against a 6-year-old or a 13-year-old. But I noticed that she has more potential than I thought. She has destroyed one of Lisa's robots Yeah, it was nothing, and she has shown to have golfing skills. And just like her mother, she has a bit of a rage. Okay, well sure, Rory can get emotional, but she is far stronger than she's almost is. Well, at least for now. Lola Loud. Okay, this girl has a rage. The Loud siblings are terrified of her, and Lola, being a 6 years old, has beaten Rory in a one-on-one fight. Well, I thought princesses are supposed to be nice and sweet, but clearly not all of them is. In Lola's case, Luann, okay, she does not fight much, but she is a pranking mastermind. She can make everyone's life hell in April Fool's Day. Well, not only that, Luann has their ability too. She has been thrown in the air, landed on the pie, in a flammable lever. That could put her in the hospital in real life. Yeah, that could have been bad. Then we have Lenny Loud. Okay, well this one is very surprising too. She should be the weakest Loud House character because she might be the first one to get knocked out. But that is not the case, actually. Lenny is maybe a dumb Loud House character, but she is intelligent enough to design clothes, and she has done plenty of smart things that leave the fans questionable if she's dumb or not. And like I said before, she wouldn't be the first one to get knocked out. I noticed something in one of my favorite episodes. Well, if you feel like going to the bathroom and when you pause it, it looks like that Lenny has pinned down Luann while the Loud siblings are fighting over money. And that's something that I don't expect from Lenny. If Lenny can pin down Luann, then she will probably hold her own against her other siblings. She may not yoke as tough as the others, but the truth is that Lenny can fight. Okay, the last character and the strongest of the gray area is Ronin Ann. She is similar to Lincoln Loud these days, but different. She moves pretty fast with her skateboard, and she has a wrestling skills background that we all know about. Well, not to mention, in the Casa Grande movie, Ronin Ann has went toe-to-toe with a demigod, along with Bugatti, and this is way far compare what Lincoln can do. Okay, we have made it to the strongest destination. Okay, let's start with Abaway versus little sister. That girl knows karate. She is a quick learner. She easily have broken boards. Just like I mentioned earlier, she has embarrassed Caro Casagrande like crazy, and she seems very invincible. In the one episode, Abaway has hold her own against a bunch of tribes from a different dimension. Well, because of the fact that she got overpowered at the end, she is clearly not the strongest, not even close. Lisa Loud. Okay, Lisa is not a fighter, but she relies on her inventions. She has made plenty of robots to keep her from harm's way, and that leads to Morag. Morag don't really fight. She's more like a Pokemon trainer type of person. I'm saying is that she relies on her staff with the emerald to control the dragon, and she is mighty powerful with it. Luna, with her being the loudest Loud, It's shown to be Yokyike that she is the second most powerful Loud. Her guitar produces wave of sounds of loudness. She has pulled her own against Morag's dragons with that guitar. Well, obviously, she rely on her guitar, but even without the guitar, she is on the stronger area. The Millers, you know, the evil spies, which is the first Loud House villains. Well, because of the fact that they're spies, I'm assuming they have some spies martial arts skills, weapons, and strategy or stuff like that. Well, you cannot deny that they lost against Lincoln, and their plans failed. Lincoln was lucky on that part, I can tell you that. Talking Hank, I totally forgot about this, guys. They are Lin Jr.'s rivals, and there were villains in the Halloween special, and these guys are so strong, they can literally turn anyone into a human pretzel, and that sounds delicious now that I'm saying that. Well, they do have a weakness of being terrified by haunted house. Pop-Pop, aka Elber Loud. Okay, all I know is that he is pretty tough. Based on the tattoos that he has, I'm assuming that he used to be part of the Navy. Next, we have Hammerhand. Well, his actual name is Ham, but I think Hammerhand could have been a better name. Well, he may lost to Myrtle twice now, but he did pull up a heck of a fight against her. And that's all I can say. Then we have Merrill. Well, she is kind of the newest character. Well, long story short, it turns out that she used to be a spy, and she still has this skill. She used to spend years putting bad guys away and all that stuff, and she is pretty good at it. Well, despite her age, she is still agile and hand-to-hand. A spy anymore or not, Myrtle can still kick some butt. Hey, then we have Lin Jr. Yeah, she is an athlete and all, blah blah blah, and Lin is pretty unbeatable. She is far above all of her siblings, even everyone else. She is ridiculously fast and strong. She can literally lift off a couch, and I don't think there's any human being that can do that. Yeah, so Lin Jr. is mostly not the one you don't want to mess with. Lucy Loud. Yeah, I know, Lin Jr. couldn't been the strongest, and not Lucy. And Lucy is maybe not above Lin Jr., but a one-on-one fight between Lucy and Lin says otherwise. When you replay that fight again, it looks like Lucy is holding her own against Lin. Oh, not only she can match Lin, she has magic powers to give her the edge. So, it looks like that Lucy Loud is the most powerful character of the Loud House series, and the strongest of this ranking. But when it comes to a strength level of competitive, then Lin Jr. should be the strongest. Logan Loud, from the Loud House and the Foster Squad movie. He is a Time Wave clone of Lincoln, and he made a very cool impression in my movie. He has taken down all of the Loud siblings. He even took down Lin Jr. without breaking a sweat. Like, this anti-hero can give the Loud siblings and the Foster Squad a harder fight of their life, so he is definitely one of the stronger fighters. Alright, last but not least, Bugatti is the true all-time #1. She was cocky and arrogant to her parents, and then she redeemed herself, and she was able to defeat Consumo and save her parents and the town. Without a questions asked, I consider Bugatti as the most powerful Loud House character. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this video, and you're a big fan of the Loud House, just like I am, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. My name is Isaiah Belfort, and I will see you guys next time.